Wake up, America. The Trevon Martin case is nothing more than a distraction from the real problems that are facing America and the Obama administration today. Thank you for tuning in to the Shikama Live Show. Not tuning in, but clicking on my video. This is the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. That's me. Produced by Boundless Enterprise, LLC, in association with www.lasvegasnevadadui.com. Everybody is talking about the Trevon Martin case and the Zimmerman trial, which is now over. He was declared innocent. I have no idea how. I heard the testimony. I don't want to say testimony because that's not the correct word. I heard the interview of the one of the jurors, which is ridiculous. I don't mean to be sexist in my next statement, but 6 jurors were females, were women. It's no shock to me or surprise that he was found not guilty. It seems impossible that he would be found not guilty. It's like saying, I wrecked into you, you wrecked into me, but I'm not guilty of anything. Even in those cases, they say, well, this person was 10%, 20%, 30% at fault. But not guilty means zero responsibility. And I believe only a woman could come up with such a deal, such thinking. I don't mean to be sexist. Anyway, the entire case, the entire incident, the entire everything is just a distraction. America, wake up. If you see anything about the Zimmerman case or the Martin shooting or anything like that, I want you to turn the channel, go to the next station, delete the email, trash the email, spam the email. Get away from looking at it completely. Here's why. Trevon Martin is a nobody. Mark Zimmerman is a nobody. It's one guy who did one thing to another guy. That's it. Let me put this into perspective. Every second in the United States, 3 people die. Every second in the United States of America, 3 people die. 3 people, right there. So, this guy shooting this kid, while it might be tragic just to his family, it is not worthy of national attention. It's not worthy of adults' attention whatsoever. It's not even worthy of the people inside of Florida's attention, let alone national attention. So I want you to wake up. What's really going on? Obama is trying to accuse Syria of weapons of mass destruction. Obama is trying to planning to attack Egypt. Did you know about that? Obama is sending troops, Russian troops, stateside. They're already here. My roommate works for the Air Force Base, and they're already there. They've been there for months, for almost a year, or if not longer. I don't know when, but they have international troops on our bases, on stateside, on our soil. Troops, not just 1 or 2, troops, battalions. Here. They're preparing for an all-out war against the citizens of the United States. You're distracted about this idiot racist murdering this kid. It doesn't matter. It won't affect you whatsoever. Crying over it, belly aching over it, worrying about it, or even cheering it. It won't affect you whatsoever. Turn the channel, delete the emails, go to something else. And they're trying to say there's riots. Every time you see a shot of it, it's 5 people. And half the time, the people are just running around screaming. They're not rioting. They're trying to create momentum behind this case. It is inconsequential on a scale so minor, it's not even conceivable that you would waste your time watching that trash. You need to look at what's going on. I just made a video about Janet Napolitano taking the fall for Obama with her resignation or removal from office or whatever that's going on. That was no resignation. That was caused by politics. We need to be adults. We need to go back to the 1950s when the America was much smarter, much more savvy. You couldn't pull the wool over our eyes back then. Every single American citizen was up on their political intelligence and to see what is really going on, to see what was really going on. And the politicians, there could not be an Obama. There could not be a Bush back in the 1950s. Two of the worst presidents in the history of the United States. And two of the most treasonous presidents insofar as committing treasons against the people of the United States. When I talk about that, doesn't it make you think that this Trevon Martin case is just so minor? We're talking about the Patriot Act, drone attacks on the United States, on U.S. citizens, indefinite detention of U.S. citizens, an immigration policy that is giving amnesty, and they passed it inside of Obamacare, and you're applauding it. The Obamacare, that's the same Obamacare that he is detaining from going forward because it's already bankrupt. They haven't even started it, and it's already bankrupt. They didn't have the money to start that program to begin with. I'm talking about the global warming scam that you all applauded and got right behind with your ignorant butts, allowing them to pass an additional tax. This is more of for my international viewers. You allowed them to pass an additional tax on top of the taxes that you already have without not a single shred of proof that man has caused anything. Where does it say man has caused anything? What you don't know is you don't know climatology. You don't know biology. You don't know atmospheric science. You don't know astronomy. You don't know the energy theory. You don't know string theory. You have no idea of the dynamics of the planet, and you're getting behind politicians talking about man has caused global warming. Are you out of your mind? How can we be causing global warming when it was 10 times warmer in the medieval period, when people were running around in wooden shoes and loincloths half the time? Half the world was still in wooden shoes and loincloths. Forget Italy. I'm talking about Norway, deep Africa, deep South America, Central America, North America. Loincloths, wooden shoes, and the wheel is the largest invention that they had. That is for 90% of the planet. And yet it was much warmer. You need to study up on science before you get behind some politician to allow him to say, hey, to avoid this global warming, which he hasn't proven, we need to have this carbon tax. So they just okayed an additional tax on top of every other tax that you have. It is very transparent to me. I'm a little bit more critical of a critical thinker than most Americans, than the most of the population in the entire world. Let's be honest. I'm far more intelligent than most of the population of the United States and the world. Come on, they're talking about, record. No, they don't say record. New York is having a heat wave. It's 93 degrees. That's not a heat wave. No, it's 93. Because it's 93 degrees for 2 consecutive days, that is termed a heat wave. Let's go back and look at the records for 100 years, for 200 years, for 300 years, for 400 years of the New York area. And see, does that even come close to the records? No, it doesn't. And for sustained long heat or cold, you just came off of the most severe winter in 10 years. If you look at the data, 16 years have gone past, and not 1 degree has it gone up than normal. So you don't have warming. So what are they talking about now? They're talking about climate change. They're talking about tornadoes. They're talking about hurricanes. It's Mother Nature, people. Come on. Volcanoes, that's happened. That's the planet. We cannot control the planet. As much as we want to think how powerful we are, we cannot control nature. We cannot control the planet. And if the planet wants to raise the sea level, we'll just have to grin and bear it. Seriously. What are we going to do? Is Al Gore going to get out there with a bucket and start scooping up the water to reduce the sea level? He can't do any of that. I'm kidding, of course, but I mean, it's ridiculous that people get behind this. And instead, you pay attention to Trevon Martin. Why? Because it's so simple. You're simple, so you pay attention to simple things. It's hard to conceive of climatology. It's hard to conceive of Middle East politics. It's hard to conceptualize global financial systems. Those things are hard. Those subjects are hard. So they keep you nice and dumb and present to you a national media blitz for a case of one guy shooting another guy. One guy shooting another guy. That's it. That's all the Trevon Martin. Forget everything else. It's one guy shooting another guy. Unjustly. Yes. The guy's a murderer. He said nigger, 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 nigger all day long. Yes, it was racially motivated. No idiot looking at the case for 2 seconds would not believe that Zimmerman isn't a racist. Yes, all of that is true. But it's one guy, one insignificant, fat little guy who shot some insignificant little black kid. Okay. It doesn't matter. It won't change your life. It won't do anything for you. To worry about it or worry against it. It won't do anything. You're being sold down the river. The sovereignty of the United States is in question. The sovereignty of the US dollar is in question. And you are focusing on some insignificant case about 2 insignificant people. Wake up. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show.